time, damn it. It's time. Welcome for the birthday stream. Joining me today, the ever beautiful Nino and the smooth savant Jake with his beautiful man-like qualities.
What the fuck do you mean savant?
You're a savant at sucking sausage, dude.
What the fuck does...
Everybody knows this.
The sausage savant, the SS.
The SS. Exactly. That's what it stood for the whole time. Holy shit.
The sausage savant.
No wonder they were ghost walking. That thing was just sore.
I knew it, dude.
So yeah.
They had a bit of a chip on their shoulder. They were taking dick every night.
We were just talking shit about Nintendo, as you do. And yeah, man, this whole Switch 2 situation, I've seen, you can tell the people that got one as like a promotional thing from the people who actually got one are like, what the fuck did I just do?
Oh yeah.
But the thing is, you can buy it. That's fine. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
It's your money. You can spend it however you like. You can spend your money however you like.
Yeah.
Doesn't stop me from mocking you and Nintendo.
Exactly. Dude, I got into a fucking argument with some random idiot. Like, he was mad that, what was it, Balatro won a fucking award and shit.
Who did?
And they Balatro? You don't know Balatro? It's fun.
Balatro?
But yeah, fucking, he was mad that Nintendo didn't win shit because they're a shit company that makes shit games and shit consoles. So
what are they going to win an award for? Like, what game even warrants them winning an award here recently? I would love to know.
That exactly, but just to the point of, like, these motherfuckers will do anything to justify the money that they spent on these pieces of shit consoles. Like, it's so funny. They'll make up any fucking excuse or argument. They'll keep sucking Nintendo's dick. It's really funny. I think
the issue is that it's not even just like the fans themselves. It's like these big companies overall. They tend to get very pissy when something that isn't part of the big company sphere gets any accolades. They get a bit pissy about that because they're just like, well, no, we're the big games. We're the AAA games.
How dare these
are just like the single A's. Fuck off.
How dare that game win?
Stay in your fucking class.
You only had a budget of like $20,000 instead of like 50 million. How dare you?
Exactly.
You only had a budget of $10. How the fuck do you how dare you stand where we are? This game is made out of duct tape and spit.
I definitely don't understand like the way that they've treated Pokemon for the longest time. And now that they're finally on par with shit that they should have been doing a decade ago, people are like, it's amazing, isn't it? I'm like, no.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. The argument was like that fucking idiot was screaming about the Pokemon TCG mobile game not winning like best mobile game.
Oh my god.
Even though Balatra's not a mobile game technically. And it's like, dude, they made a version of the TCG that's better played physically than it is on mobile. Like,
right.
What are you fucking whining about? Jesus.
I mean, it's a different game than the actual TCG, but it's also like one of those spend money here machines.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I have a bit of a sort of a bone to pick when it comes to this Switch 2 thing. Because as I said before the stream started, this is just for the stream. The fucking Switch is released, like Switch 2 is released with fucking Mario Kart.
Yeah.
What the fuck? That's nothing.
Yeah.
No, listen. Mario Kart. It's not that Mario Kart is nothing. It's just not a console launch title, dude.
Yeah, it's not a console seller. It's not like, so for example, what was it? The previous like Switch, the Switch 1 now.
That shit already had Breath of the Wild on it.
Yeah, that shit had Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, but
that's
so did
actually a halfway decent game.
Even though that's a port of a Wii U game.
Yeah, exactly.
But at least it's a good fucking game.
On Switch. It's also a Wii U game.
But
Well,
what
yeah,
I'm saying
but
is, at least those are some solid fucking titles.
They
yeah,
are.
yeah,
You're getting out of the gate with.
yeah. Yeah, fucking this
Especially
new
because
Mario Kart.
no bastard bought a Wii U.
Yeah. Well, like this new Mario Kart, like they did with the Wii U to the Switch, they did just Mario Kart 8 again, but with a few more stages. Now, from the Switch to the Switch 2, they're just doing Mario Kart 8 again, but instead they've added this huge, empty, useless fucking open world that means nothing to the whole game.
I've
It's like,
seen
yeah,
clips of people just being like, I don't know what the point of driving over here is. There is nothing out here.
Literally.
No. One of the things that I specifically I have to like pick at Nintendo for is that one of the things that they said that is releasing on the Switch 2 was Cyberpunk 2077.
Oh my god, dude! Groundbreaking.
Wait. You mean that game that's been out since the PS4 and the fucking Xbox One
Not
and
only
fucking
that,
PC? It's been out for fucking years.
It's
that game.
It's the game that you could already play on a Steam Deck.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This magical fucking game that's been out for many years at this stage and is basically like so Nintendo, you just basically admitted that you can't catch up.
Yeah, exactly.
You have no ability to catch up with the current games market. That apparently Cyberpunk 2077 is a big fucking thing. It's a big deal.
What up, Hayden? What up, PD? Robert Kraut, Michael Johns, Thomas Horton.
I thought you said P. Diddy for a second. I was like, damn.
P. Diddy has not shown up. There is no baby oil in my rectum yet. It is my birthday stream.
I will give $10. $10 bill to the first person who changes their fucking account name to P. Diddy.
Or P.
I will give you $10 crisp right
P.
now.
Diddler. He's like the Riddler.
P. Diddler. That's actually a better name. Do that. I'll
He's
give
like
$10.
the Riddler, but worse. I love how
I'm looking at you, Thomas Horton. Come on. $10.
I love how my donation goal is for the ever honorable purchase of Conker's Bad Fur Day. I haven't seen that shit in a while.
I mean, that's a good.
How are you?
If there was ever an expensive game to buy, that's definitely fucking one of them.
Well, Chad. I do have a counter offer for you.
What's that?
Just emulate it. It's
real.
fucking cheaper.
That's one of those games that doesn't emulate well, though.
It doesn't emulate well. Don't get me wrong. It doesn't emulate well, but it is a lot fucking cheaper.
Yeah. It emulates a lot better nowadays. Like, N64 emulation is just kind of ass in general, but
yeah,
they've caught up quite a lot.
Well, it got me forever trying to emulate that game. Uh-oh. Dr. Dell, I want to say something very unhinged, but I'll refrain for now. Happy birthday. Oh, God.
Don't you worry say something unhinged.
Yeah, don't worry, though. Like, you're a mod. You can get away with it.
What's all this about ketchup? Happy birthday, you gray-bearded bastard. Why, thank you, Nate. That was very ageist of you.
The ratio between grey and ginger is starting to sort of lean more towards grey now.
More towards grey, dude, which is cool because I get to be a fucking graybeard. I'm all about that. I mean,
the only problem is
you're
gonna have to start changing. You have to start changing profile pictures. Like the profile picture you have on fucking Discord, it's just a ginger beard. You have to change that to grey at some point.
What was
you don't want to be lying
the
to
guy
people.
on the internet was like, you know why this happens? Because it's a pussy mob. That's right, Jake. Not a pussy mob.
Yeah, I understand the concept. Yes.
Even though he doesn't partake in it, he understands the concept of pussy.
Yes, I actually understand the science.
I have heard.
I just don't care.
Oh man. Nate, saying, "Here's the Getting Conkers." Also, bitch, I'm older than you. $4.99. That's true. Nate is like a year older than me, exactly. And guys, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Nate. I actually have Conkers. Sorry. I already bought it.
You fucking liar.
I know. It's maybe I can get a better box. Mine's got a big ass scuff on the A. But it has the manual and everything, and people try to sell that shit for $300 plus, and I was like, never gonna pay that. So I was like, does it really hurt me that the box is banged up a little bit? No.
Yeah.
I'm not one of those people that's a perfectionist. Like, even with trading cards and shit, like, oh, it's got a scratch on it. I don't give a fuck. It's still a badass card.
Well, it's like Thomas Sorton's saying that you need to get like a big robe and drain dragons and shit like that, and just because you're starting to turn into a greybeard. It's like, no, don't do that.
Don't do that.
You need to get the robe, of course, because you can make jokes about wizard sleeves.
And I can talk about the throat of the world. The throat of the world.
I think the only problem is usually wizards have long hair. And I don't think that's in your wheelhouse, big man.
The greybeards are bald, though.
Not all of them.
A bunch of them are.
But not all of them. So if you want to be the cool
one that's not... No.
You're out, you share our look.
Jake, I'm not going to be the cool one of anything. We already know this.
I expect higher from you, Chad.
Oh, I'm in the higher realm. You can bet on that.
Sorry, I'll change that. I expect you to be high.
Nate said, "Oh well, shit, that was a waste of money. I'll give it back to you."
Isn't every donation to Chad a waste of money?
No, Nate. Change your channel name.
No.
To P Diddler, and I'll give you $10 right now.
Listen.
Yeah, you can double your money.
I'll refund your money right now.
We can take that $5 and put that into the pot as the first $5 to get you and Nino here, Jake. What do you think, Nanopolis?
Yeah.
Bring those motherfuckers to Tennessee. It's gotta happen.
Jake and Nino have buttholes like clowns' pockets.
hey, mine's a black hole. Get it right.
They are also usable as pockets.
True.
You know, your prison pocket.
They said, "Black hole buns, won't you come?"
Usually the things that you put in the buns that usually is the ones that are coming. But hey, well.
Dude, speaking of buns, I got these pretzel buns for a burger I was making the other day, and they were so fucking good. I never even thought about it. I was like, how is this going to happen? How am I actually going to do it? And my skills with the air fryer rang true. It was an amazing experience. Pretzel fucking buns.
I'm just going to put like quotation marks around skills there. I'm just going to do that for you.
Love you too, brother. You want to talk about doing like smash burgers and just grilling out some cool shit? Nate is an awesome motherfucker on the grill. That guy goes to town. Dude.
I've seen this man. Like I unironically, I've been in a call with Nate, and I remember talking to him while he was messing about like with some meat and he was smoking it or something like that.
Dude,
I was sat there watching him do the whole process.
He makes chicken tenders that are so fucking good. Like, Nate's a good cook all the way around, dude.
I was gonna say, as I said, I was watching him like do that shit, and I'm just like, damn. I wish I was that meat right now.
I need you to make me the meat. Put my meat
Marinate me and put me on the grill, goddamn.
Ah! It keeps crashing. What the fuck is going on? Every time.
It's an authentic experience.
It is literally still Oblivion. I keep getting to the gate in the Shivering Isles, and it's just like, fuck you, bitch.
Yeah, the game's just sat there. It's like, sorry, did you install the Shivering Isles DLC? No, you did not. Even though it comes with the fucking game.
Dude, it's coming with everything. Like, I got a map. I got all the expansion shit that Nino was making fun of people who bought. I got it.
Well, like the horse
and I
armor.
will still make fun of you
You
for
can
it.
make fun of me. Listen. When Todd Howard calls, I answer. Every time.
Todd Howard can suck me from the back twice if he ever thinks he's getting a fucking cent of my money.
Actually, Nino, I think I've just figured out where, like, why Bethesda keep making money.
Because people like Chad keep giving it
Yeah,
to them.
dude.
Yeah, because people like Chad exist.
I am subscribed to
We talk
his
shit about
OnlyFans
Nintendo
account.
fans, but goddamn Bethesda fans, holy shit.
That's right.
Don't get me wrong, I like Bethesda games,
I don't.
but I also acknowledge that they're shit.
I just like
What is
Fallout.
it?
The fact that they
But-
took that
but-
shit
but-
from the actual original studio doesn't mean shit to me. Fuck them.
Dude.
Well, the thing is, Nino, I am gonna say, when it comes to that whole sort of acquisition of Fallout from
It would've
what
died.
was it? What was it like? What was the name of the original developers? I can't even remember these days.
That was Interplay, wasn't it?
Interplay, something like
I
that.
can't remember,
Yeah.
but I know that they've done a lot of shit with like Nintendo also, right? Damn it, dude.
Interplay?
Every
Probably.
time I go into the Shivering Isles, it fucking crashes. What do I do about this?
But yeah,
But yeah,
the series would have died otherwise.
Yeah,
I
the
know that.
series literally was dying, and so Bethesda's acquisition of it did allow it to survive.
That is true.
It might not have survived necessarily in the way people wanted, but it survived.
I mean, they didn't give us Fallout New Vegas. Fucking
Obsidian did.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw on fucking the Xbox showcase today that that fucking Obsidian is making a fucking sequel to that Grounded game, and I'm just like, shit, I'm all over that. I fucking like that game.
Yeah, that was alright.
I'm interested in that handheld. The only thing that I fucking hate about it is we're getting to that point now where the technology is just catching up, where you can mobily emulate like Xbox 360 and PS3. And because of that, it sucks that it's happening when shit's like download only, like rent everything, own nothing. So they're not going to make these handhelds with the capability to like fully do what they could do with emulation and shit. And I'm just like, fucking hell. They're going to start taking away, you know, micro SD slots and all that shit before too long.
And that's why you go over to handheld emulators.
Yeah.
Fuck actual consoles. And if you get an actual console, do not ever update it. Just keep it factory settings and just hack it when the time comes. Boom, there you go.
Dude, I heard
Bam.
they already
Done.
modded the Switch too.
No, not really.
I was gonna say, like, that wouldn't surprise me, because Nintendo's sort of software is a bit,
Oh yeah, it's dog shit.
yeah.
Hardware
You know,
and software.
coming out of the woodwork, fuck it. It's dog shit.
I don't give a shit. But yeah, like no, basically what's happening right now is people are executing code on the user side of things.
Ah.
And that doesn't mean a whole lot yet, but the fact that they've been able to do that already, that is very promising.
Yeah, the fact they've been able to get that far at all, is kind of a proof of concept that this is going to happen
Literally all that
fairly
they
fairly
did was,
quickly.
like, they rendered a little square in the corner of the Switch 2, and that was like, everybody was like, oh, the Switch 2 is hacked, but it's like, no, it's not there yet, like, at all.
Yeah.
You need to be able to do something on the system side of things instead of the user side to be able to, like, hack anything.
Right.
To be honest,
going on with
like the biggest
I heard
way
people
to
saying
to
they
explain
really-
to someone
What
that
is
their
it?
software and hardware is shit, it's not sort of listing numbers and start listing code and all that shit. No, none of that. It's just explain to them that the fucking Nintendo
Greetings,
consoles are
Evoker.
still not caught up yet.
Coral Guild
No.
Hall had an unpleasant
They
visit
still
recently.
aren't good enough to play
I'm
actual
ordering.
fucking
I'm the
games.
guild.
They
No,
either have to
that.
play their own
I
shit or
don't
like
like talking to
really
people
retrofit
much, but
shit
could I-
in there.
The fucking Switch 2 is
You've
on
got
the
a lot
level
to
of,
learn.
like, I don't even want to say
Take care.
launch PS4.
Heard any
it's
news
just
from the other
below launch
provinces?
PS4, and
I
it's
hear
costing
It's-
150
call
more
from
than the
Fort
PS4 did at
Swampmoth in
launch.
Blackmarsh.
I was gonna
And
say, like,
many of the
it's
Argonian
just
slaves
under
returned to
PS4, not quite PS3,
The
but
land of
just
the
under
Argonians
PS4.
is a
Because
strange place
fucking the
indeed.
Switch, the original Switch
Good
was
day.
more
Bye.
PS3. Yeah.
Yeah. Like the Vita was very, very, like, very early PS3 to late PS2, and then the Switch is like late-ish PS3.
The fucking Vita was way ahead of its time.
Oh my god, I fucking love that thing so much.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite handhelds.
It was so way ahead of its time that it actually had to go away and wait for its time.
No, its time never happened.
Its time came when the console was no longer being supported.
What blew
Exactly.
my fucking mind with the Vita was the fact that they were releasing games at the same time as they were releasing them on the PS3 on the Vita.
Oh yeah.
And I was just
yeah,
like,
the whole-
okay, well, this is not going to happen. And it did. Now, it ran like dog shit, like the Assassin's Creed game and a few other games for the PS Vita that are just like,
Oh
maybe...
yeah, try and play the Jack and Daxter collection on that. It's dog shit.
It looks like shit.
This tells you my opinion of the Vita is that I actually had one. I used to own one.
I still have it.
I used to own it.
Did you see Nate's comment? He said, I'm walking the dogs, and as soon as y'all started talking about Nintendo, Asher started taking it up. Guess he's not a Nintendo fan.
Based Asher.
Have you guys seen Asher?
No, I don't think so.
That dog looks
I
like
might have.
Arnold
I might have.
Schwarzenegger. He's like an Arnold Schwarzenegger pit bull.
Whoa, you can't say that, dude.
Yeah, he is.
Can't be saying that on stream.
His neck is like the size of a fucking tree stump. It's like massive, and he's the sweetest dog in the world.
Oh yeah, usually big dogs are.
Oh yeah.
No, but yeah. Wait.
Small,
I had a
yucky
point.
ones that-
I had a point with the fucking Vita. Is that yeah? I used to have one, and I played it for a little while. Got a few games, and then I was just like, well, fuck this thing.
An
Piece of
unmodded
shit.
Vita is like the biggest waste of hardware to ever exist.
Yeah, exactly. I was just like, this is a piece of shit. So I just kind of put it to one side, never picked it up again.
Like,
Until someone was just like, hey yo, I've got some of this shit. You want to trade? I'm like, sure. So I was just like, yeah, I'll trade you this Vita. And so in that bargain, I got an original Game Boy and an original NES.
Ooh,
Like all the cables and everything. I was just like, damn, I fucking
Very
grifted
cool.
him.
that's pretty good because at that time the Vita, like you can pick one up with box and all for like $80.
Yeah, as I said, I fucking grifted the bastard.
mine was like
Hell
$250. I got it like a couple of days after it launched, I think. No, it was like a month or two after it launched. It launched when I was in boot camp. And I got Call of Duty and Persona 4. It was like $250 with that, a memory card, the console, and the 2 games.
Huh. I bought it secondhand off someone like 2 years after it released, and it was like $80. Had the box, all that. Had the OLED screen, and it had like 2 games with it. I was like, oh, hell yeah.
Oh shit, Nate just sent me a message. What's he saying? Is it a message in a bottle?
God, I swear, Chad, you mentioned fucking Persona 4, and I'm just like, damn.
Oh,
I knew we couldn't be friends.
he sent me a picture of Asher taking a shit. God damn it. Stop talking shit about Persona, bro. Persona
I
is
will not.
fucking
You cannot
badass,
stop
dude.
me.
I'm on Jake's side.
Dude, those games
cannot
are cool
stop
as
me.
shit.
They might be,
They
but
are.
they're also like the people who are fans of them are often. How do I say this in a stream-friendly way?
Virgins.
No, I was going to say PDF files.
That's pretty true.
Everything Shin Megami Tensei is badass. Straight up.
No, Shin Megami Tensei is badass.
Everything Shin Megami Tensei
You're
is
lumping in a
badass.
lot of shit.
You're
I
lumping in a
know.
lot of shit.
All of them are badass, though. I've never messed around with one of those games where I wasn't like, I get it.
Soul Hackers is great. The original series is fantastic. What else is there? Fucking even some of the Game Boy spin-offs weren't that bad. but they were like very kid friendly.
For me, I'm a big, like, you know, Pokemon was a huge thing for me and still is. And that whole monster collecting genre kind of started with Shin Megami Tensei, and that's where my loyalty to the franchise lies, in the fact that, you know, this genre of game is one that I really enjoy, and this is where it started. And it started in a way that was kind of like Shin Megami Tensei has just constantly been ahead of the curve on so much different shit.
Oh yeah.
So like, I can't sit here and say, dude, I love playing Shin Megami Tensei on a SNES and fucking just wasting my life away in the grind. I don't. But when it comes to like all the different creatures and the elements of like negotiation and that kind of shit, I think it's just dope. It was very risky for the time.
Yeah. For me, it was just always like, oh, hey, here's a kind of like anime-ish game that isn't complete like fucking dog shit.
Right, yeah, it's more intense.
And that actually has like challenging gameplay and shit. Because like turn-based is like, as a gameplay mechanic, turn-based is boring garbage.
Yeah.
But SMT actually made it challenging.
Well, and it makes it like feel the stakes are real, you know? Like the post-apocalyptic shit and like trying to reverse the end of time and all this shit. And it's got like a lot of really cool occult stuff going on with the storytelling and shit like that. Like the idea of like, you know,
it was actually mature writing.
Yeah, the demons like getting people through technology and shit like that. Think about that when it was created, and think about like that sentiment now. You know, it's much more of a fits into our current timeline than it did the one that it was written in. But it hasn't turned into anything stupid based on what's actually happening.
To be perfectly honest, demons getting at people through technology, that just makes sense. Why wouldn't they do that?
Yeah, exactly. Like, that totally makes sense.
To be honest, Chad, they would probably get you through one of your handhelds.
They would probably get me through my Megatron vibrator. You know, it's
Got to move swiftly on from that.
Why? You don't want to hear about all those sharp edges in my crevices?
To be honest, Chad, you say it's a vibrator. It's not. It's just one of the original toys of Megatron that you've decided to you decided to just sort of turn into a vibrator.
Yeah, dude. I even leave.
You attached one of those old phones and put it on vibrate and just sort of glued it to the side.
That's the nickname for my Nokia. I just keep
Yeah,
that thing rattling around in there.
You've got to use the Nokia. If there's any, this is the strangest fucking part of this entire conversation. But if you're gonna use any phone as a vibrator, Nokia's your way. You've got to do it.
Thank you, Korea. Not only did they make my Nokia phone, but they made the content I watch when I use it. I love them.
Let's quickly catch up on the chat. Happy birthday, Chad, from Quacker. He's asking how old you are. He's thinking that you're like 80, which I'm pretty sure that's a bit too young for you.
I said it was my 111th birthday.
Crypto Floppy's asking what your favourite game is. That's a very fucking loaded question.
Bloodborne.
Don't
even need to think about that.
Probably Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2.
Why 2?
That's oddly specific.
Because Rodney Mullen, that's his first appearance.
Yeah, but the game's shit.
Okay.
And the manual. It's the first time you can use the manual.
Yeah, but it was shit.
Okay. So your barrier for entry for favorite game is that it has manuals and whatever that fucking guy's name was.
It was the first game, and it was the first game. It had the guy who invented street skating in it, and it had more street skating elements that the other games didn't have. What do you mean? Like, what more do you need?
But also, counter offer, it was shit.
Fuck you
Anything
guys.
beyond
what are your
that is
favorite
way
games?
better in terms of gameplay.
Yeah.
Which one?
all of them. Any other, like, 3 is better than 2. 4 is on the same level as 3, I'd say. Then Underground is fucking amazing.
Underground is
2
fucking amazing.
Perfect.
I mean, those games are great. They're amazing, but you got to understand from my perspective, I got to experience those games before the other ones ever existed.
Oh yeah, I know, me too.
So you're telling me you played 2, and when you played 2, you weren't like, this is badass.
I was like, this is badass, but for the time. And
Right.
then the new one came out, and it was like, okay, yeah, this is way fucking better.
So
I think the problem here is that we're creating an unfair comparison because we are lumping in the rest of the Tony Hawk series.
Yeah.
Listen,
But like, as a game on its own, it still isn't great.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm saying whenever you take somebody who's never played a Tony Hawk game before in their life, and you put them into a game with you, and it's Tony Hawk Pro Skater Underground 2, they are fucking oblivious to how to fucking play the game. You can take a group of people and play couch co-op with 4 different people in Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2, and in a couple of minutes, they're going to be just fine.
Okay, but Chad,
When it got to the Underground mode, it was just like, you were sliding on power lines and shit. Like,
no.
This is cool as fuck.
It was
like,
cool.
This is the ultimate test, Chad. Could you put that game in Nikki's hands, and she would enjoy it?
No, you just said game in Nikki's hands. That doesn't
Exactly.
But there's certain games Nikki loves, though. Like Alice.
Exactly.
That Alice game, she loves it. Little Nightmares, she loves it. You know, like Stray, she loved it. There's certain games that she really does like. But she has this aversion to things where she doesn't know if she likes it or not, so the answer is just no.
Wait, actual gameplay? I don't like this.
I actually have to like pay attention.
I have to read. No.
The subtitles? Nah, I'm out.
Yeah, it's
Speaking foreign, ew.
You could just turn the subtitles off. Nah. That's too much work.
I don't know where that button is.
Fucking Nikki's just popped up in the chat. Nikki
No.
likes some games.
Nikki
Shut the
likes
fuck
some
up, Nikki,
games.
you liar.
No, you don't.
Oh, you fucking liar. I heard that rude.
Or
I'll say it again to your face.
Make it quick.
oh shit. What's this lizard lady upset about?
I'm not saying Colovians are
Wait,
dumb.
what, you
I
mean
heard
Nikki?
that
Just
rude
hard-headed.
slander.
Sue me.
Enough talk.
Like lizard lady, what are you referring to Nikki?
No. Damn, dude, y'all are gonna get me assassinated.
She's not even in here, and I will bully her.
And we have to keep up
Thomas
the
Horton.
tradition.
And so it starts. The Nikki slander has begun.
After this fucking stream, she's gonna come kick the door down and enter this chat just to call me a twat. I'm telling you.
She might jump on a call. I don't know. She's not here right now.
No, but that's what I mean. It's like once this stream's done, because you're probably gonna be here for a little while.
Yeah, I would
She might pop
imagine
back.
I would imagine she may be a little hostile.
She always is hostile. She never likes my sick dance
Crabs.
moves.
Yeah, all right. You throw it back so elegantly.
Yeah.
She just doesn't even give you the time of day.
Also, Chad,
Throw that bullet.
you may want to use the little comb if you're having problems with crabs.
I like me some crab legs now. Dude, did I ever tell you guys about the time I had crabs?
No.
I actually had crabs as a child. They were just in my hair.
Oh, I was gonna say like, crabs as a pet or crabs as an infestation.
Crabs is an infestation, dude.
I was gonna say you were being a bit unspecific
look,
about that.
So look, here's how it went down, right? So I went to a crusty ass elementary school in southwestern Virginia, right? And
You don't have to say anymore. I understand exactly where you're going with this.
well, me and my mom were
I went to school in fucking.
Oh shit! Fuck! That swamp troll just got put down quick. Holy shit! Anyway,
I think they call that lice, Chad. No. I think he's got a point.
Nah, dude. We thought it was like, look, I went to the library with my mom, and we're standing at the counter trying to check out some books. And she looks over at my head and said that she noticed something move. And so she's just like staring at my fucking head, and she goes, oh my God. Never mind, we're good, we're leaving. Like, she's tripping fucking out, right? She thinks I have lice. So she goes, she takes me to the fucking doctor. They got this thing over my fucking head. The doctor's looking, he's like, this ain't lice, dude. This is crabs.
But damn, he has wood lice in his head.
Yeah. It was,
Joining me today podcast is saying, I want to know why Nikki would be using a British swear word twat at Chad.
she would never
no.
say
You're
that
gonna be a
about me.
dick.
At me.
You're gonna be an
At
active
me.
dick.
I'm gonna say
Yeah,
me.
At fucking Jake,
She
yeah.
should be calling me a
Shit.
twat.
Shorty is
But
now
she'd also say it in the American style, which she knows would annoy me. Say like twat. Twat.
You fucking twat.
No, it's twat. It's like ha.
Twat. You're a fucking twat, mate.
Also, joining me today podcast, you can just say it. You don't actually have to censor it.
There's other words that you have to censor.
Oh yeah,
Not that one.
definitely. Definitely.
Shorty
But yeah, you
has
can just
entered
say
the
it.
chat.
Like, don't worry. You're like your mum's not gonna see this.
You can say the fuck word. It's okay.
You guys, don't say the F.
I was gonna say like joining me today podcast, like your mum's not gonna see this. She's too busy with Nino.
True, actually.
I would imagine
She's sleeping
YouTube
right now,
will
so.
fucking automatically block certain shit because you know.
Generally, not much these days. They tend to give it like a moderation, like a overview. Like they'll say like, oh, this needs moderate, like having a look at. Usually, just click yes and let the message through.
Yeah, I hate how like depending on which political party is in power in America, what you're allowed to do changes, and it's like, dude, maybe everybody should just stand behind their own fucking opinion rather than bow down to whatever the powers may fucking be. Like, what the fuck is up with that? Either we can talk about dicks or we can't. Like, can we get a fucking like?
Well, we can talk about dicks.
Well,
Exactly.
we can talk about dicks, but I mean, next week, if somebody like AOC or somebody becomes popular, it may be like, well, we got to get ahead
That
of the
will
curve.
never happen.
No more
Yeah,
fucking, no more fucking dicks, or whatever.
You're more likely to get a fucking goat in office.
I'm just saying, like, that's a poor example, maybe, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, that was one of the poorest examples you could have picked.
But would it
I was gonna
surprise
say,
you?
I'd let a fucking like guide dog into the fucking Oval Office before I'd let AOC in.
If you
No,
would have asked me,
that guide dogs are smart. Like they'd fucking get the country going.
if you would have asked me in middle school what the chances of seeing Donald Trump as president in my lifetime were, I would say absolutely fucking zero. Like, are you kidding
Yeah, but
me?
the fact that it's happened twice.
This is the dumbest shit I've ever heard of in my fucking life. And then here we are, 2 times,
Yeah, people seem to forget that people really, really, really liked Trump before he started to run for president.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
dude.
it was actually somewhat favourable because he was just a guy. No one heard anything about his fucking political opinions, and no one gave a shit because he was just a rich guy.
People constantly like put Trump and the American dream in the same sentence, and now all of a sudden he's literally Hitler.
Yeah. The American dream.
Fucking, it's so stupid. You guys have the attention span of a fucking goldfish.
Chad Bartlett for president, the right man to let you talk about dicks. No, he probably wouldn't be supporting the right. He'd probably be more of a lefty.
He'll like legalize weed in every state, and then he'll like bomb a country that doesn't deserve it and get kicked out.
That sounds interesting.
It'll most likely be either England or Netherlands.
Well, England kind of deserves it.
Oh, damn.
Also, Jake, what the heck, dude, with the mom stuff? Us British guys need to stick together. No, we don't.
It's a bit of banter, mate.
I go, joining me today, podcast. Are you sure that you are an actual British person? Because you understand the rules. If you don't live in the exact same area as someone, you fucking hate them.
Yeah, dude.
If
That's
you're
like
not
the
on
rule.
same block, then fuck you.
If you live one town over, I fucking hate you and your guts.
Why? Because of football.
No, just because we're
they're from a different part.
miserable. Just because we're miserable. See you next Tuesdays.
Yeah.
Well, at least, you know, admitting it is that first step.
Oh, yeah, that's like the
Well, the problem is there's no steps because we're fine with it. We're happy with it.
That's funny as fuck.
It's, the Irish and the English are just absolute miserable assholes, and then the Scottish are just like too hopped up on drugs to be miserable assholes, but they swear a lot.
Damn.
Like the Scottish have two. They have two personalities. Either fucking fiend, or I hate the English.
Yeah.
Nice.
Or both.
Isn't that your heritage, Jake?
What?
Scottish?
Scottish? I'm not Scottish.
I thought you said you were Scottish.
No. When did I say this?
No, never.
Yeah, you definitely said that.
Was this at a time when I was massively gaslighting everybody?
I don't know.
Because it probably was. I am not Scottish. I don't have Scottish heritage.
You can be honest, dude. We're not going to judge you.
I would
Would
rather
you look
die.
at Jake any differently, Nino? I wouldn't.
If he was Scottish?
Yeah.
I'd look at it more favorably.
You son of a bitch. That's just because you have that mate Tambo. You just.
I was about to say a word. Oh. Tambo is my gamer.
Yeah, but like, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. He's your distinguished gentleman.
Yeah. My
like,
basketball person.
You guys are wrecked. You guys are totally wrecked.
No, but yeah,
that
like,
explains it. Joining me today is from fucking Essex. Ugh.
Ew.
What do y'all got against Essex? School me on what's the deal with the UK.
It's near London, and London is a shithole.
Oh.
Yeah, I was gonna say like London, like anything south in England is shit.
Yeah.
They say the same thing about America, but it's just not true.
It's just because you're
No.
all a bunch of lefty whiny bitches.
What the fuck are you talking about? I'm hurt right
What?
now.
The South is fucking great.
I'm hurt. How are you gonna say that the South is lefty whiny bitches?
No, I'm not saying that the South is lefty whiny bitches. I'm saying that people are lefty whiny bitches about the South.
Oh.
Exactly.
Okay.
There's just actually no. I was about to say just let the South be the South, but nah. There's some weird shit that goes on in the South. He's probably keep an eye on.
Yeah, true.
Same for England. There's
Yeah, but we do keep an eye on it. It's just that we keep it like a sort of a containment zone sort of like
Oh,
space
dude.
between us.
And people keep talking about like how we need to, you know, kind of put tabs on AI and maybe pull back a little bit to see what's happening and understand it better and put some safeguards in place. Do you think America is going to fucking do that when money is involved? Hell no.
Wait. Joining me today podcast. Essex is like the New Jersey of England. You do know that's not a point in your favour.
Yeah, that's really not.
That's not something you should be happy about.
It's where the Misfits came from. I guess there's that.
The who?
The Misfits. Danzig.
The band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
For some reason, my mind immediately went to that TV show called Misfits. But that, yeah, I
I was
figured
thinking
out
about the fucking YouTubers for some reason.
No, the
We all went different angles.
the horror punk man with Danzig.
Oh,
Yeah, mother, tell your children not to walk my way. That guy.
Yeah.
What cracks me up about the Misfits is like they're these fucking ripped dudes with like, or at least they were at one point, with like their face paint and shit, and they're doing all this like rockabilly punk music shit, and then they're all like 5'5".
I've always loved people like that. They're like, you know, like punk as shit. They just fight the establishment. They want to fight everything.
And they're ripped,
but
they're
they're
also
also
super good shape, and then they're like 5'2".
Yeah, they're the most like unintimidating people you ever meet.
It's like, oh, you're like Ben Stiller right now. Got you.
No, that's why they often have like those really big fucking mohawks. So try and add some height.
Yeah, and the big fucking like boots with the
the big
2-inch
boots and the
soles.
mohawk. Yeah, trying to add height on it adds at least 3 inches.
That's what
Giant
she
fucking
said.
5-inch platforms.
Yeah.
Yeah, Prince was a little bastard, but that guy was cool as fuck.
Yeah.
That fucking guitar
I'm
solo, he was on stage with Tom Petty, and they were playing My Guitar Gently Weeps.
Yeah.
That Prince solo was fucking nasty, dude.
Yeah, Prince was a fucking riot on the guitar. Holy shit.
But the only thing I really know about Prince is that I remember he had like a bit of a sort of a rivalry with Michael Jackson.
Dude, I learned about that a couple of years ago. I had no idea, because like in my brain, those two motherfuckers don't correlate as like being the same fucking thing. But I guess in the 80s, they were both in pop music. They just kind of had different styles that were really popular.
I don't think it was like a proper rivalry. I think it was more of just like a sort of playful rivalry.
No, they did
like
not
a
like
couple-
each other.
No, there were a couple of like weird incidents between each other, and they just kind of don't really like each other. At least that's what it seemed like from either party.
Well, there was a story that I heard where Michael Jackson was doing some kind of like, I don't know if it was a benefit show or like some thing honoring the legacy of an artist or something, but he was there with James Brown, and it was made known that Prince was in the audience, and they were doing their own like little things, and it wasn't even Prince's gig, and Michael Jackson called Prince out and was like, "You're here, motherfucker, you should get up here and do something." And then when Prince came up there and fucking killed it, Michael Jackson got mad and left.
You set up your own fucking failure.
Yeah, like, you know, like a angry child or something, just storming off. But Prince is
I was like fucking celebrity shit like that, where it's just so fucking petty.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Well, you know, Prince hired Kevin Smith to do a full documentary of him following him around. Like, he watched some Kevin Smith movie and then was just like, hey, come film me for a while. And so he did.
Wait, so-
and then Kevin Smith finished it, and then it never got released.
So, Kevin Smith, of all people,
Yeah.
that's an odd person to pick.
Right? That's what I'm saying. Like, this guy did.
I'm not saying you need
Mallrats,
to
and
pick
want him
like
for
you
your
need to pick
documentary?
like fucking like a high cinema person or some shit like that. But like literally anyone else.
I used to be a pretty big fan, and then after like seeing him in real life and seeing him interact with people and just kind of the way he is, I was like, that guy's an asshole.
Wait, Kevin Smith or
Kevin
Prince?
Smith.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, I did not have a good impression
Well,
of him.
if I remember correctly, like Kevin Smith has made some interesting movies, made some weird shit.
Yeah, he's done some good shit.
Yeah, I mean,
Was it
Jay and Silent Bob was fun.
Wasn't he the guy who made that fucking movie? What was it called? Tusk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that shit was fucking wild.
Yeah, he's done some interesting shit, but like just going to see him live and seeing him do a Q&A and seeing him on stage with Jason Mewes, like people were asking Jason Mewes questions and Jason Mewes could not answer them because Kevin Smith is such a big Kevin Smith fan, he would not shut the fuck up. It's that kind of thing. It's not like he did anything like horrible. He is just very, very self-interested.
Up his own ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To an obnoxious
Egotistical.
level. Yeah, very.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, you made a couple of stoner movies, and then you made Tusk. Fucking, you're not that amazing, okay? Get over yourself.
You're all right, but you ain't exactly like amazing.
Well, it's like cool to be cool, you know? Like that's awesome to recognize people like your shit and kind of give the fanfare, you know, and talk about the shit that people like that you've done. But to go around and like not let the guy who's literally the co-star in some of your biggest movies talk is fucking bullshit. Because people were there to see him too. It was when me and Nikki and Nate and Nick went to see the Giant Silent Bob reboot tour. So we watched the film with them, and these motherfuckers stood out there, and because Amazon paid for the movie, they were like, hey, this is what we're going to do to pay the bills. And they just ran the same Amazon commercial 5 times in a row. and it was just like, all right, we also paid, you know, money to come here. Well, Nate bought the tickets,
honest,
but he paid.
To be honest, Amazon was getting their fucking money's worth.
Dude, I'm telling you. But like the cool stoner guy would not whore out like that to Amazon.
Goodbye.
Well, the problem is like sometimes you kind of have to pay the piper, as it were.
Greetings, Evoker.
Dude,
Jake,
Did you hear
with that
Ida
mentality,
stirring
Jake
things
would
up
have
again?
been at the
I
freak
think he's
offs,
just
100%.
playing around. I don't think he means anything by
No,
it.
no. You can't keep this shit going without at least some fucking backing. People sat there being like, oh, I'm gonna be a rebel. I'm not gonna sell out. The problem is that
you're
you kind of need to at some point.
You're saying backing, but what you mean is a buggering. That's what you mean. You're saying backing, but you mean buggering.
Hello?
No, but like, in all seriousness, like you do need to sell out in some capacity. How much
difficult
is kind of up to you.
Amulet.
But
Would you
and you know what
then
fucking
seek a
what demon you get into bed with is
Farewell,
all up to you. But
Yeah. Well,
but like everyone does it. It's not exactly like it's an uncommon thing. Literally every is sold out in some capacity.
that's fake news, dude. Riff Raff has never sold out.
It's because he doesn't have anything to sell out.
Exactly.
Are you
He has
kidding
nothing
me?
to sell.
He's got this song. It's called Fred Flintstone. It's amazing. You should check it out. Because he's been doing like EDM, synthwave music and shit, and it is fucking hilarious. Because he's still Riff Raff the whole time.
Fucking Christ, that sounds excruciating.
He goes,
What?
I'm rocking on diamonds, you're rocking rhinestones. I'm Fred Flintstone. I'm Fred Flintstone. So funny.
Alright, join me today's podcast. I said, have you guys seen the stuff about Gene Simmons charging people like 12 grand to be his roadie or something
Oh,
for a day?
yeah, I've seen
I
that.
have not.
Dude,
I have not heard
the
that.
fact that Kiss fans can hear Kiss's music and still like them makes me have no hope for Kiss fans. I'm just like, I'm glad y'all like the stage presence and the makeup and all that, but that music is weak as fuck. The way that they look compared to how they sound really pissed me off the first time I heard them. I was like, oh yeah, this. And then here they are just like, I wanna rock and roll. I'm like, dude, you guys should be the heaviest band I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, they do kind of dress like they should be in a fucking Swedish black metal band.
Yes,
little
I
bit.
know. And it's like, distortion existed. There's no excuse for how they sound. Black Sabbath was around for a while before they showed up. Like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? This shit is like,
I think it's
The
just
most
more like they
basic
just wanted
rock
to go
music.
one direction.
yeah, I think
They just wanted to go one direction with it, but like, but they also wanted to stand out, so they did that too.
they they did it as a fucking gimmick.
Yeah.
You know, that's the same reason they took their makeup off and tried to do disco when they thought rock was dead, because they're fucking pussies. You know, when people talk about Kiss, I'm just like, bro, like, that's the lamest shit ever. Like, their music sucks.
I don't know. They had like one or two decent songs, but that was about it.
Please name them.
I'm not exactly like a massive fucking Kiss fan. I'm not just gonna sit here and say that, but they had at least one or two decent songs.
Well,
if you
like
take them for what they are.
When people are like AC/DC, I'm like, okay, there's a handful of AC/DC songs that do fucking kick ass. Like, no matter how many times they've been played, like, these songs are good, especially for when they came out. But like, Kiss is just not that for me. I have a hard time justifying.
As I said, like one or two songs. I'm not sitting here saying like their whole fucking repertoire, their entire discography is amazing. No.
And there's one out like that.
Like one, maybe two.
There's one out right now, and I can't remember the fucking name of it to save my fucking life. But they look like they would be this heavy ass fucking metal band. And then I listened to them, and it sounded like the fucking Weeknd or Joji or some shit. And I was like, what the fuck is this?
I always love the dissonance of that. I always love that. I always find that really funny.
Well, it's because like all of these people that I know that are huge metalheads that are into like the heaviest shit, and they're all in. It's Sleep Token. That's who it is. I saw them, right, and I've heard all these people talk about how badass they are, and then I was like, okay, fuck it, I'll listen to them and see what it's about. And this shit is like pop music. It's like, I was just like, this is some weak shit, man. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I've always preferred the dissonance to go the other way.
Yeah.
Like to look like a fucking pop or whatever, or just look like something incredibly unassuming, and then just blast out some ridiculous metal vocals.
Or if it is exactly what it looks like it's gonna be. Like, one of the things that made me such a huge Motorhead fan is if you see Lemmy, you can just know exactly what Lemmy is going to sound like. Like, just by looking at him, you can hear Lemmy. And then you turn the record on, and it is exactly that. You fucking crack open a beer and do a line, and fucking, that is Motorhead.
Well, to be perfectly honest, when it comes to Lemmy, you don't even need to, like, you don't even have to like see him to be able to hear that. You can just like smell him and you know it.
Exactly.
You know who it is.
Yep.
True.
That motherfucker is really something. I watched a documentary about him that was filmed towards at the end of his life, where he was above the Whiskey A Go-Go in his little fucking room or whatever, and there's just Jack Daniels bottles and like Playboy magazines stacked up to his fucking chin. And there's like a 30-year-old man beside him, and he's like, yep, this is my boy. He finally came back around. He's crashing with his pops. He had never hung out with this kid in his life. And here he is at like 30 years old, like, we've reconnected, just sleeping on the couch piled up with liquor bottles. It was the most beautiful thing. And they acted like they had been in a good relationship forever. It was beautiful.
You've just been raided by Nate.
Renegade raid.
No.
That's actually the best Nate. Renegade is the best name for a raid.
Renegade raid.
Because one, it's alliterative, like that's fun.
Dope.
But it's also like renegade raiding, like that's fun. I enjoy that.
Well, thanks for the raid. Thanks for showing up, y'all. If it gets a
yes, but
everyone
who has joined the chat in this renegade raid, I will hurt you.
Yeah, and you may like it.
You may like it. If you don't, the door's right there.
Yeah. I need to start getting.
If you're not okay with a bit
up.
of booty fondling, then get out.
Yeah, we like to squeeze cheeks. It's just what happens.
Chad isn't okay with it, but like it's his stream, he can't leave.
I can't do anything about it. Yep. I'm captive.
Oh, good
Fresca
lord.
is so good, man. I love that shit.
Why?
Why kill us?
Yo, did
no,
you?
No. I never said.
No,
I never said anything about killing you. I said I might just hurt you.
Yeah, just a little slap
We're
and
just
tickle.
gonna severely maim you.
Here we go.
Maybe
Here we
torture
go.
you a little bit.
What are these imp textures doing looking more badass than half the villains in this game? This shit
Sorry,
looks
sir,
awesome.
I'll leave. Nah, big man, Shadow. You can stay. You can stay.
Jake's just like postured himself up to run everybody off, man. Is this what
I don't
happens,
care.
Jake? Jake's like, I just wanted a hug.
I just wanted to be loved.
Yeah. Did you guys see the live stream that I did with that Mike dude from Kentucky that went viral on TikTok?
I did not. I was
Dude, that guy was funny as shit. And I so wish I had you guys on that call with me. He would have been like right up your alley.
Yeah, dog, if you would have sent us a message beforehand, we would have loved to.
I had no idea this shit was even going to happen, bro. I had messaged him because I had found one of the social media platforms that he was on and found a way to message him. And then randomly he was like, yeah, I'll be on an interview with you, but if we're doing it, we got to do it like right now. And I was like, fuck, okay. And yeah, so we got it together. But have you seen that TikTok meme of the dude who's like, fuck water? I ain't drinking no fucking water. My doctor said I needed to stop smoking. Fuck that. And he just took a drink of Pepsi and was like, ice cold Pepsi. Fuck water.
No.
I have not seen that, mainly due
Well,
to the
like-
fact that I don't go anywhere near TikTok.
It just became like a viral meme. Like all these lolcow channels have done videos about him and shit, and he just literally does not give a fuck. And he's like talking shit about all these females hitting him up, asking for his PayPal account and all this shit. So like he did this one video, and I saw it while I was at work. I just almost fucking died. But he was like, all you women on this app, if you're over 18 and you want to get with somebody, hit me up. If you're going to hit me up about some PayPal or some bullshit, get a fucking job. Like, just the dude is fucking hilarious and doesn't give a shit.
I'm gonna quickly catch up on the chat. Happy birthday, Chad.
Yeah,
There's a lot of
thanks,
happy birthdays
dude.
in this chat.
Thanks, y'all.
How good are you in this game, Chad? He's shit.
I'm horrible.
He doesn't even need to answer that. He's shit at this game.
I'll just be oblivious.
Are you gonna
when
raid me when
oblivious.
I have only alcoholism?
What?
We all do.
Okay.
How you gonna raid me?
Gonna go again. Bye, everyone. That's a fucking lie. Join me, Tay podcast. You go. You'll
You
be
can't
back.
stay away from us.
Yeah.
You'll be back.
Oh god.
And all jokes aside, nice to see Jake and Nino again on stream. What the fuck do you mean? What the fuck do you mean by that?
What do you mean, bro? What do you mean?
I mean, bro, I'm just here. Chad begged me to turn up.
I did actually. I was even like, I'm lonely. It's my birthday.
I actually
Say
didn't
it was
even.
your fucking birthday. You just said
I
like,
didn't
hey,
even
I
know.
wanna fucking...
You guys don't have to
didn't even
come
know it
if
was
you
your
don't
fucking
want to.
birthday.
You don't have to
I
come.
didn't even know it was your fucking birthday.
Yeah, no, you didn't say that. You were just like, "What's going on, y'all?" I'm
Look,
probably
man,
gonna
like
stream in a little
I'm
bit."
not.
And we were like,
out here,
"When is a little bit?"
I'm not
what are
out
you
here
doing?
trying to be like your all's make a wish. Like I'm just trying to fucking play some Oblivion and chill. That's all.
Yeah, it took like fucking half an hour of interrogation to get that information out of you.
I am not trying to use my birthday as an excuse for anything. What the fuck? Everybody's coming after me now. That's fine.
Deserved.
I'm just out here shooting imps.
Sounds kind of like a euphemism.
Could be.
Not a good one.
Look, man, I'm not even trying to read into what you're saying.
Chad, you are not beating the racism accusations.
I never will.
Are you sure, Chad? Like, people in the chat are just against you now. We've turned the chat against you.
That's fine.
Yes.
Just because I don't want to pierce my nipples because the sanctity of my milk jugs is real.
This isn't the first time we have turned the chat against you.
It's not. But as you know, I don't give a fuck. I will arm wrestle everybody in the chat and I will win.
It's also it's not even that fucking hard. It's not even that hard to turn the chat against you because they'll fucking hate you.
I'm a ginger. It's like part of my heritage and my legacy.
Yes. You're a soulless abomination, so you do deserve everything that comes to you.
True.
I'm not against it. I embrace it. Dude, what the fuck? People are texting me like crazy. What's going on? Oh, people are finally recognizing my birthday.
People are also texting you just abuse.
Just abusing me.
What about a rap battle? Like, oh no, Shadow, you don't want to go down that route.
Yeah, no.
Best stick with the arm wrestle.
Chad will pull out some fucking 80s Rapper's Delight style fucking hip hop, and
That's
I'll just
right.
be over here screaming expletives.
Heard you're bad at rapping, Chad. Damn, Shadow's just coming for your. He's just coming for the throat right
dude. I'm getting attacked by crabs too. I can't get away with nothing. Everything hates me.
My birthday is also in June, but I'm going to the hospital today. Is it for the alcoholism?
Oh no. Going to the hospital doesn't help alcoholism.
Yeah, it'll just make it worse. I can handle any fight, I'm sure of it. Shadow, you just come in. You've just come into the stream swinging.
All right, yeah. I come through swinging too. I'll be swinging my meat, dude. I'll be knocking motherfuckers over with the mushroom stamp style.
How'd you do that? And I'll use your ballsack as a speed bag.
Well, you know, sometimes that's what I crave.
I'm pretty sure people actually do pay for that.
I've seen people pay for like pretty much getting soccer punted repeatedly.
Oh,
I just felt that you were very careful how you worded that.
Yeah, I just wanted to, you know, give the visual without giving the full details, but you know what I'm saying. I mean, it was like full on, just like a real kick, man. And this guy was in a nice outfit too. Like he was paid, he was breaded up, and I was just like, bro, man, no, you know, just like. No.
To be honest, if you're paying for that, you might as well turn up in a fucking three-piece suit, dressed like a fucking Victorian, a Victorian slave owner.
Yeah,
you might as well.
Well, it would also make sense as those are the ones who should be getting kicked in the nuts anyway. But yeah, the fucking the things that people like when it comes to being dominated by women, I'm just like, number one, dominated by women equals wrong. Hell no. Number two is just like, what the fuck happened to you, bro? That shit right there is really hurting me. But so does a lot of the other shit that I see. Like, I see these motherfuckers out here that are in relationships that would blow your mind. If you were to go with me on a trip to Walmart here in Tennessee, bro, it would change your worldview indefinitely.
Oh, I know about that fucking zoo.
Dude,
I mean,
it
not
is
specifically in Tennessee, but
it is wild. It is some wild shit. Just the family dynamics that exist. You want to talk about personal space? There fucking is none. That's one that kills me. You'll go out into this place and it's as if you do not exist. And I'm just sitting here thinking, dude, I know you haven't been to civilization in like fucking 3 months, and you bathed for this, which I appreciate, but I don't want you rubbing your exposed ass crack against me when you're trying to pick up a loaf of bread. It's fucking horrible.
It's so funny. You guys have aisles that are like as big as a fucking highway, but yet you somehow still squeeze against each other like fucking.
Look, trust me, bro. It is impressive levels of like, how the fuck do the arteries in your heart operate? Yeah.
Because I'm still stuck on what you said, dude. It's like you don't even exist. That's kind of what it's like to live in England, to be honest.
I just look.
You walk
bro,
down the street, you walk down the street, no one gives a
Museum
shit.
in Seattle.
No one, just everyone ignores you.
But
Like you don't exist.
But do they do it to the point of like bumping into you and shit like you don't exist?
Depends on the person.
Look, these motherfuckers in Seattle at the National Park and at the fucking Rock and Roll Museum were like literally running into you, and then they would run into you and then look at you like you ran into them. And for me, you know, I'm a redneck, dude, so I'm ready to slap a hoe at any moment. And this level of disrespect is so foreign to me that I'm just like, what? I'm telling Nikki, dude. By the way, I was in full-blown COVID and had no clue I was this sick. But I was like, I'm about to fucking punch somebody in the head, dude. Like, everybody keeps bumping into me and acting like I'm the one fucked up.
Actually, come to think of it, I'm probably a bad test piece for this. Because most people can see me coming from a mile away.
Oh yeah, you're also gigantic.
And tend to give me a wide berth anyway.
The experience for you and Nino is much different than me as a hobbit, you know.
Well, well, with me, like, it's weird because, like, I'll have my fucking headphones on, and for some reason, I'll have more social awareness than the people around me. Because, like, motherfuckers will just bump into me or, like, stand in my fucking way. And I'm just like, dog, I'm over here. I'm walking. I'm gonna keep walking. I'm gonna hit you. Get the fuck out of my way.
I'm gonna fucking truck you down.
Yeah.
Don't want to,
I
but
don't
it's
give a
gonna
fuck
happen.
anymore.
Yeah, fuck, dude.
Nah, dude, my fucking fuse has gotten shorter and shorter over the years. I'm just like, get the fuck out of my way. Don't do any dumb bullshit. And just leave me alone, or else.
Yeah.
I said the amount of times I've been walking around in public and then some just random person just cuts in front of me and then starts walking as slow as fucking possible.
Yeah.
And was like,
Oh my god.
you are playing with fire.
Dude, fucking quick little story. I was in Amsterdam. Some homies came over to visit and they wanted to go to Amsterdam. I was like, don't do that. That's
Don't
not
do
idea,
that.
but they did it anyway. And so we were walking through the fucking streets of Amsterdam. Packed fucking streets. People everywhere, right?
Yeah.
We're all already kind of waddling around. In the middle of this goddamn street, there were two, like, white chicks in front of us. They just, in the middle of this busy street, people are fucking everywhere walking around. They just stop, and they pull up their fucking phone to take a little selfie with each other. And you could just see my sweaty, annoyed fucking face perfectly in the center of the fucking phone. And then they turned around and they were like, oh,
Yeah,
and fucking
dude, get the fuck out of the way.
we keep walking, like, we walked past them, and I'm just like, God damn it. I couldn't hold it, so I just, like, literally screamed out loud, fucking white women!
That's so funny.
I was so fucking fed up.
I remember when I was at the pub once, and I was stood at the bar and I was chatting with a friend of mine, and there was these two like women behind me. They were stood behind me. They were also stood at the bar.
Yeah.
And one of them like backs up into me. And she like basically just fucking bounced off my fucking back essentially. She turned around. She said, "Oh, I'm sorry." I turned around and was like, well, "Sorry for what?" Because I genuinely didn't even notice that she did it.
Damn.
Oh fucking hell.
Dr. Dell said working retail is very draining. I can imagine. It would be fucking draining as shit for me too.
It depends on what you're doing, of course. Because like if you're working at the fucking tills, like that shit just drains your soul.
You know what job would kill me right now? Working as the stalker for Pokemon cards.
Actually, I thought you were just going to say working.
Yeah.
No, working is killing me, but that's not it.
Working retail is one thing. Working fast food.
Oh,
That is the one job where you literally think about suicide for real.
I genuinely, I had like one rule when it came to job. Like I've had this like most of my life. I will work anywhere except for fast food.
Or just food in general, bro. Like, it really sucks. Like,
It does have a tendency to make you hate food.
I worked a few different food service jobs that weren't like fast food. One of them was like really nice. One of them was kind of like a steakhouse. The other one was a pizza joint. And the pizza joint was pretty dope just because pizza, you know?
Yeah.
But like,
Or else.
the way that it makes you just like deal with the general public and how fucking dumb they are is like not worth it.
Well, there's that, but there's also just like there's the dealing with customers part of the hospitality jobs, but the behind the scenes work, like working in the kitchen and shit like that. Like, I've worked in some restaurants and all that, and I know people who've worked at some pretty fucking high-end places, and the fucking stories you get will curl
those
fucking toes.
Those
Do I
high-end
like you
restaurants,
enough
they're fucking nightmares.
Enough talk.
Oh yeah. It's not
Because
even
you've got the fucking the head chef. He's just being a fucking lunatic the whole time,
There
yelling
was
at
this
fucking
guy-
people. Then all the rest of everyone else ain't helping you. They ain't helping anyone but themselves because they're trying to survive just as much as you are.
There
Like, I
was
hope
this
you-
guy
Everyone's
named
just being a
down.
lunatic.
Red
I hope
Face
you like that
Ron
fucking.
that was the head chef at a restaurant. Okay, so my first job was at this restaurant in Wise, Virginia called Mosby's, and it was named after a Confederate Civil War general, General Mosby. But this head chef named Ron, we called him Red Face Ron because his blood pressure was so fucking high. He looked like Mr. Krabs all the time. And let me tell you, he was both an alcoholic and a complete dick.
They usually go hand in hand.
Yeah, but he was one of those guys that would like just make up shit to make your life miserable at the end of the fucking night. Or like, you know, we were dishwashing, so we had to clean the dish pit and the floors and everything at the end of the night. So he would make sure to leave extra work for us no matter what we were doing, so we would have to stay late. But it was constantly some bullshit going on in the restaurant where they were ill-equipped or ill-managed or understaffed. And that shit just rolls down to everybody acting like a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
It's
Food was
just
not
don't
it,
work
man.
in the food industry.
Yeah,
that's
don't do
that's if you're gonna take anything away from this, don't work in the food industry.
Well,
Unless you're the
can.
one doing the shit. Like if it's your fucking food truck or something like that.
Oh yeah. If it's like a small food truck or it's like a small sort of like a little place that's like very low pressure, fine, go
Yeah,
for it.
absolutely.
But if you start getting into the higher things, like, you know, you're in like fast food, which the name is quite apt, you have to be fucking quick. You can't. There's no fucking time for wasting time.
Well, everybody's trying to make money. That's the thing. As long as you're making money, it's gonna be good.
But say for example, you're working in the food industry, you're like a waiter or something, and you're getting paid exclusively in tips.
Oh,
Your money's gonna be all over the place. So making money is not exactly gonna be something that you're gonna be getting consistently.
well, also I had another job where I worked at this pizza joint, and the pizza was great, the beer was fucking awesome, and everything was good because we would like pool together all of our money for tips, and everybody got an equal share of the tips. Because we all did every job in the place. It just depended on where you were at the time. So you could be bussing tables. You could be washing dishes. You could be making pizzas. You could be fucking running the cash register. Everybody was just doing everything. But we found out one of the managers was stealing the fucking tips, dude.
I've always found that like pooling the tips thing to be really hit or miss.
Yeah.
Because like
Sometimes
sometimes
it
it's
was
a case of
awesome,
like
yeah.
this bastard, he doesn't do shit. He's like barely, but he's still raking in a portion of tips. Motherfucker, you barely do anything.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Anytime I worked at a place where they pooled the tips, like anytime I got a tip, I just put it in my fucking pocket. I don't care.
Exactly.
It's my tip. They gave it to me.
Yeah, but to be honest, in like Europe and shit, we don't have a tipping culture really. Like if you want to give it to, you can,
Yeah.
but you don't have to.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna
No,
try
but I would
Shivering Isles
genuinely, I would genuinely just get like $5 or $10 from someone who's like, yeah, you've been doing a great job. Here, have $10, and I would be like, I am not going to put this in the cash register because that means everybody just gets like 50 cents.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, the amount of times I've gone out to a restaurant and the server has just like gone above and beyond, been like nicest person in the universe, been very helpful, all that shit, and so just slip him a $5, slip him a $10, just say like, that's for you, that's yours.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, I think that tipping motherfuckers is definitely something you should do if it's a possibility. I feel bad and I tip people even when it's some fucking bullshit, like I'm just getting coffee somewhere or something.
Well,
Or
the
I
thing
call
is,
something in.
you do live in America, which does suffer from the fact that, you know, wait staff and all that shit don't get paid. They get paid basically almost exclusively in tips.
Yeah.
And so you are almost forced to do so. You are like guilt tripped into doing so. But say, for example,
Yeah,
in
it's a
other
dickish
places like,
thing
you know,
not
like
to.
here or in like Netherlands or whatever, Europe,
Well,
wait staff are actually just paid. Like they are
Their-
paid, you know, like to a certain degree anyway.
Yeah, well, their problem could be very easily solved if everybody just stopped fucking giving tips. It's like,
Yeah.
that's the thing. If people didn't give tips every single goddamn time, no matter what, then companies wouldn't be like, oh, we're getting tips anyway, no matter what the fucking people do. So fucking, you know, we're just gonna
Well,
subsidize.
I think the problem with that is it's all well and good to do that. To just say like fuck tips. Everyone in America stops paying tips right now. The only people who are going to suffer from that are people who are paid in that.
Yeah, for sure.
They're
Well,
basically
yes.
just going to get fuck all.
That's a great point.
Well, yes, but they have to be legally paid.
Yeah,
Well, yes,
but
but
they
what
do have
my
to
point-
get
but
legally
my
paid
point
a
is
certain
that-
amount, but that will literally be all that they get paid, and their wage is not worth it.
Yeah, and their wage is like
the
fucking
shitty thing
minimal.
about it. The shitty
Then
thing
they
about
shouldn't
it
exist.
is
the whole
if
company should fuck off.
Exactly.
if they would,
That's kind of the point.
If they would just fucking pay people, then none of this would be a problem. But there is every tactic in the fucking world to keep people stuck in their class. You know, and it's in every system. It's not just ours, but every system is built this way.
Oh yeah, but we're more talking about specifically the whole tipping problem.
Yeah, I'm just also specifically talking about the people, not necessarily the powers that be and the laws and fucking ways around it and shit.
Well,
like that.
look at a company like Memes Be Damned. You can look at how Chick-fil-A does things. Like, they pay those motherfuckers a living wage. You go there, and your order is very rarely, if ever, wrong. Like, it's very rare. If your order is wrong, they literally give you shit to get free food next time you come in and give you your shit correct. And they make everybody treat their customers with respect. They triple check the order. They get you in and out of there as quickly as possible. And their people are paid well. That's the difference. People are willing to go through that amount of work at a place like Chick-fil-A because they're making like $25 an hour or something sometimes. These people are...
Yeah, that's fucking amazing money.
Yeah, but that's good. That's the point. That's what it should be. But like a lot of these places, no.
No, dude.
Because the tipping thing is easier because the company takes less responsibility for paying for it.
You don't know how many times I've gone to Taco Bell and I've like waited in line, got up to the window, and they're like, oh yeah, we don't have this, or we don't take this form of currency, or oh, our lobby is closed. You go through the drive-through, oh, we don't have shit, sorry, we can't serve you tonight. They're literally doing this 2 hours.
We don't take this form of currency. Were you trying
to
pay in pesos?
No, they wouldn't take a card. They're like, cash only. Our register is down. No, it's not. It's not been down for the past 3 fucking months. They just don't want to like be there past a certain hour. So instead of like actually keeping the restaurant running, they just close everything down whenever the fuck they want to. And I get the rebellion to a certain extent because, of course, you know, the game is rigged and it's fucking bullshit. But at the same time, it's not the customer's fucking fault that your job sucks. Yeah, exactly. You know, I've been in some shitty situations, but I didn't take it out on the people that showed up unless they were being dicks. But like, I don't know, man. Shit's just lame as fuck right now. And I don't have any answers. The only thing I want to do is have a good time and just fucking chill. I'm over the idea of, oh, we need to do something about this. Like, what the fuck?
I just love the fact that there are so many that like the country is absolutely fucked.
Oh, the country.
Like, the country of America is.
You mean
fucked.
the fucking world?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
No. I'm not broadening the scope to the world right now.
Oh,
But-
Jake's
'cause
like,
like-
I
like,
want to
no,
talk shit
like-
about America. Hold
No,
on.
because everywhere is fucked in different ways. But I'm specifically talking because we have been specifically talking about America.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, the country is fucked. It's like in utter shambles, and it's been getting
Okay.
worse and worse and worse every year.
All right.
But yet, there are still like a lot of your population that still say America best, America's the best country, American exceptionalism, all that shit. And I'm just like, how?
Yeah.
How have you still got that inbuilt belief?
Yeah.
I mean, look, bro, there is a lot of money pulled into a very small bucket, and that bucket is very strong. That bucket also doesn't have allegiances to any border. They just a lot of times live here, and they will just
Who
as
can it
soon
be now?
Yeah, they will just as soon be here as they will anywhere else if that becomes more convenient for them. So, you know, that's a good song too, by the way. I love that shit.
Oh yeah, great song.
Is that Men at Work?
I believe so. I don't really remember the artist.
They do the same band does the Do You Come From a Land Down Under? That guy.
Yeah, it was Men at Work. Yeah.
Yeah, I love Men at Work.
Actually, this kind of proves my point. Fucking Beaches in the chat. We are fine. America is the best. This literally
here's the
just
thing.
proved my point.
I really hate that. It's like there's a religion surrounded around nationalism that is so fucking weird to me. It's like you do understand that that is just the company that manages the land that you live in. You're a number to them. They do not give a fuck about you. And all of that other shit that's like, yeah, but this mythology and that mythology is just that. It is largely mythology. And you can look at, nobody has clean hands. There's blood on everybody's hands. But look, man, I'm not going to sit here and act like the Trail of Tears was okay, slavery was okay, and the list of things.
I mean, that was pretty cool.
Listen,
Kind of both.
listen. There have been some really fucking hammered things that have gone on, like that are just not okay with me, and it just demystifies the situation for me.
Actually, to be perfectly honest, when it comes to slavery, you should probably blame like the Dutch.
Oh no, I
Hey,
mean there's
we only
tons-
helped sell them. We didn't catch those fuckers.
There's
But
tons, there's tons of
Cats are
blame that can
running
be,
around with a fucking big butterfly net.
there's tons of blame that can be cast about in every fucking direction, especially if you're talking about human history. We were fucking horrible and still are, man. Like, are you fucking kidding me? The
No, I'm
thing that
pretty
is
good.
cool about human
Yeah, we're pretty
beings is that when we get into groups like this and are just bullshitting and having a good time, like that's what it's really about. All that other crazy shit is like manufactured to keep us from doing what we're doing right now.
No. This is the best way to solve every world problem. Is to just
Is to
chill.
pet Shorty. Look.
Yeah.
Oh, Shorty.
Oh.
Wait, Beach has followed up by saying, "So there is no facts."
What the fuck does that mean?
What?
Beaches, what are you on? What are you on with?
That's the Kanye West message. There is no facts.
On some liquor, probably.
Like Beaches, like was your previous comment the whole America's the best thing? Was that serious? Because I thought it was a joke.
Listen.
Is that serious?
Listen. Shorty is the best.
'Cause that makes my previous point
you
even
see him?
worse.
Do you see him? Do you love him? Do you see his beautiful nails? Oh, he's such a gorgeous boy. Oh, gosh, I know.
He's such a handsome abomination.
He really is, dude. He is like a hairy lump on the ass of the earth, and he is still so cute. And now Sushi wants in here. Have you guys seen Sushi in a while? He's got a little pudgy. I'm gonna show you.
A little
him.
what?
It's been a little.
He's got a
while,
little
yeah.
bit pudgy.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Oh, he's a chunky boy. What have you been feeding him?
Come here, Sushi. Come here.
Oh, quick! He's gone. Quick! Everybody say bad things about Chad.
Yeah. Chad's such a wanker. He's like 400 years old.
He's not actually married to Nikki. He's just pretending to be.
Damn it.
He's secretly
Put the
gay.
headphones on.
Well, he isn't actually. They aren't married yet,
Can
as
you
far as
both
I'm
see
aware.
him?
Oh yeah.
Oh, Sushi.
I don't want to ruin a birthday. Sorry.
We're already doing that.
Yeah, that's the whole reason.
Yeah,
here.
we're trying to ruin his birthday.
That's the whole
Yeah,
reason.
that's
the
we're-
fuck do you
our part
mean?
of the job.
That is so funny.
That's why he hired us.
Oh, look at the little cutie.
Yeah, Sushi is cute, man. Why are
That
you
is
licking
certainly
the
a
couch,
cat.
Shorty? Do you
I
guys
think.
see him? He was just like licking the shit out of the couch for no reason.
Is he darker than? Is he been getting darker or something?
No,
I
he's
swear he
actually-
wasn't that color before.
He's getting lighter. He's getting like gray on his face and shit. I hate it.
Like I swear he was not that color before.
He's. Are you talking about?
Have you been
Sushi?
spray painting it? Yeah, Sushi. Have you been spray
Oh.
painting him?
He actually has changed color a little bit.
I
gotten
fucking knew
older.
it. I wasn't going crazy.
I
Like,
thought
he-
you were talking about
he's
Shorty.
he's just changed color.
Yeah, he's also gotten to the point where he will climb literally everything in this fucking room. He tries to Laura Croft all this shit. And I don't understand it. I'm like, my God, what the fuck are you doing? And he's just like,
Could be a
I'm
cat,
Sushi.
maybe a guinea pig. Not sure. No, guinea pigs are smaller.
Yeah. It's a naked mole rat.
yes, very much a naked mole rat.
No. Sushi's like one of them fucking mole rats from Fallout. Just like
Ugh.
really big and
No,
kind of feral.
he's not, dude. Don't say that about my
Giant
baby.
gnashing teeth.
Yeah, just a
Those
feral
things are
abomination.
fucking hideous, dude. He is a handsome young man.
No, you're too close to this, Chad.
I'm too close to what?
Sure, he won't stop licking the couch.
Shorty, what are you doing? Why are you licking the couch?
I love that Nikki had to come back in just to tell you to stop Johnny from licking the couch.
What? What are you talking about? You got something to say?
Bitches,
What?
well, alright, yeah, I still love my country.
That is
It's
so
okay. You can be
mean.
wrong.
Come here. Get up here.
Yeah, because you're entitled to your opinion, but your opinion is wrong.
Sometimes it is okay to admit that you suck.
I swear the amount of people that don't realise that opinions can be wrong
Oh yeah.
is
So
massive. Holy
Chad has them
shit!
all the time. Holy
Holy
fuck.
shit! The Cosmic Chief with $20 donation.
Whoa!
Happy birthday, hat guy.
That's a
You-
plane
you-
ticket, right? That's it.
You
That's all we need.
you want a blowy?
And for
Like,
$20,
just-
you win NASCAR '98 on the Sega Saturn.
This bro just walked in, slammed his dick on the table.
And he said, Andrew Jackson for you. Thank you, sir. Much appreciated. And here's to you. You get a cheers from the Dale Earnhardt mug. And you even get to see
Nah, I
this
think
side with his
Sushi's a baby
mustache.
Brahmin. We doesn't have two heads.
Yeah.
Is it
That's the
Mew-
That's the giveaway.
Isn't
Thomas.
Mew based off of one of those? Wasn't Mew based off of a Sphinx cat?
Possibly. Got kind of the face
yeah.
for it.
I think, well, we know Lord Beerus, obviously.
Yeah.
That's what I would have named him had he not already been named. Lord Beerus is a fucking badass. I think once we get to Dragon Ball Super, Nikki's going to like that. We started doing our Patreon shit again here recently, and Quinn is doing editing for us for our TV show reactions. So we're gonna be getting back to that here soon. That should be fun.
yeah.
And the meme stream, guys, if you guys would like to get involved in this, I think it would be really fun to get back to it. But on Fridays, we're trying to get meme streams back together. I think the first round are going to be ones that, you know, just the fucking, the slags have come together with.
So they're going to be actually good.
Yeah.
The challenge is out there, but I'm going to be doing like YouTube reels and or YouTube shorts and Instagram reels and TikToks.
Okay, I take it back. They're not going to be. It's not going to be good.
I'm going to be challenging people on there. No, I'm going to film them. I'm going to film like short videos challenging people to bring us their memes that they think will make us laugh. So it'll be interesting to see what the internet holds.
No. The best way to do that is to make those shorts and then just include, just saying like, I don't know, you fucking, because your memes are shit. Prove me wrong.
Your memes, that's a good one. Your memes are shit. Prove me wrong, and they'd be like, submission.
Prove me wrong, and then
then
just have a fucking have a link to like the Discord where they can actually submit shit.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how could we link something where that they could submit their fucking memes and shit? Because I'm sure people would want to do
link,
it from...
We'll just link to the fucking Discord and say, if you want to submit your memes, go to the Discord. We'll have a meme channel, which the meme stream like submissions channel still exists. It hasn't gone anywhere. It's just been completely hidden from everyone else.
What if they start sending links to like TikToks and Instagram reels and shit like that?
And I'll ban them.
I mean, we can just Google fucking TikTok to MP4. Boom. There you go.
Yeah.
Plus, to be honest, those like Instagram reels and fucking shit like that. To be honest, I'll have a look through them, but they'll probably be shit anyway.
Dude, I have seen
They're
some
probably
really
shit
fucking
or
funny
racist
ones.
or both.
I have seen some really
No,
fucking
racist
funny
memes I'm
ones,
okay
like,
with.
I've
Yeah,
seen
okay,
some
fair.
Mexican ones that were really funny on Instagram. There's
Mexicans,
a
ew.
guy that I want to like show you who cracks me up on there. He'll do like this thing where he's just like outside working in the yard, and then some like buff guy will walk
Classic
past
Mexican.
him and look over, and he'll look back over at him and like grin, and then like a condom wrapper will slowly come out of his mouth. Like it's just a thing. But there's some funny shit out there. I don't know if my faith in the internet to deliver the hilarity will be met. I know it's capable.
Which is why
of it.
we're doing it.
We've got
Exactly.
to bring the positive juju. That doesn't mean jizz, by the way, into this so that we can get some good memes. I believe it. It's like a spirit bomb of fucking memes. That may have been the most virginity riddled thing I'd ever said. But
Oh, we'll drop some fucking bombs, all right.
All right, I'm just gonna say this. Anyone who's currently in the stream, this is it. This is a message exclusively for you, and anyone who's watching the VOD.
That's right.
Why the fuck are you watching this VOD? Nothing happened.
What the fuck is wrong with your life?
Why are you watching this?
Why are you here?
But yeah, if anyone's watching this right now, and you would wish to submit some memes for the meme streams, like future meme streams,
You definitely should.
I guarantee you, your memes will probably never meet the meme stream.
We got a lot of submissions when we first tried doing this, and
Yeah.
holy fucking shit, a lot of
Oh yeah, like it was really fucking funny because we'd get like, say for example, I don't know, 200 memes. People would send like spamming memes. I'd have to like delete 70% of them.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put the submission link into the comments right now. I'm doing it.
What do you mean the submission link?
The
None
link-
of this is set up.
I'm putting
Yeah.
the link to the meme submission part of the Discord.
That's not that channel.
It's not even
I won't
open.
be
It's,
able to
Don't
yeah,
see it.
do
that
it?
channel's
You're
not
saying
even
don't do it?
open.
All right, fine. I'm just gonna send an invite to the Discord itself.
Plus,
Plus,
they're not
also-
going to be able to submit anything anyway because the first one is going to be just us.
Like the first one and possibly the second one, I don't know.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
you
know what
can
your
build
plan
an arsenal.
is. Is just going to be us. So like
You can be
I'd
ready.
we'd be saving them.
All right. Here we go.
When
Bang.
did a GIF become a thing? Was it before a Vine?
There's the Discord link for those of you who have not joined the Discord.
If you're not in the Discord, like,
Number one,
you're nothing
why?
to me.
Number two, you're probably better off for it, but join us anyway.
Oh, if you're below the age of 18, like, why the
Yeah,
fuck
if you're
are you
not
in this
18,
stream?
then whiff.
Like, if you're below the age of 18, why the fuck are you on the stream
Yeah,
in the
then you
first
should
place?
probably just leave anyway.
And secondly, if you are under the age of 18, don't join the Discord. We will just tell you to fuck off.
Yeah.
You won't have access to the Discord, but you'll be able to.
No.
You can't see shit.
No, they can join, but they just can't do anything.
Yeah.
But I exist here. I'm a real
But
person.
it wasn't even like it's not even like, oh no, there's like some weird fucking weird shit going on, some like sexual shit or something like that. No.
Only between me and Jake.
Yeah, which is a beautiful
Yes.
thing. It's not weird. It's a
Well,
harmonious session of
there was no like
swans.
weird sexual shit going on, like, you know, people fucking sending nudes or something in the fucking Discord. Like, no.
Fucking
It's
role
not, it's not,
playing and shit.
it's nothing like that.
Dude, that
It's
would
just that
be
we
so
just
fun.
we
We should raid a role playing stream.
no.
A role
No.
playing
Okay.
Discord.
I thought you were going with the other one with the fucking sending nudes. I was like, damn, Chad,
No,
you
well,
fucking
I mean,
weirdo.
well, that should definitely happen.
You fucking strangin'.
But we need to cut off ages 18, homie. We need to go into a role playing Discord and just troll motherfuckers in there.
I mean,
Have you ever seen the? Of course you have. You've seen the Sacha Baron Cohen movie Bruno, where he goes to like the swinger party and he's just patting the dudes on the back and he's like, "Look in my eyes, look in my eyes," and that guy gets mad as fuck. That is
cut off
what I would
age?
do. That's what I would do.
You can be whatever age you want as long as you're above the age of 18. It don't matter.
Got to be 18, homie.
Yeah, he was more talking about, it's like, if you're like over a certain age, it's no, you can.
Dude, it
don't
would
matter.
be cool as shit. We need to get some like 70 and 80-year-olds in the fucking Discord. That would be fucking dope.
Probably
dude.
not, actually.
Tell us
Probably
about,
for the best.
Tell us about the Dust Bowl, man. You know?
oh, good lord.
Like, come in and tell us about your role in the Civil War.
So I just turned 36, which is cool because I've got to act like 3-6 Mafia all year long now. 3-6, let's go. What is it? We'll discuss 3-6 Mafia lyrics after we get off this stream. I almost did just now. I almost spit some now, and I was like, "Hey,
you were gonna go for it, but then you sort of went, wait.
Not gonna happen." In fact, I'm gonna end this stream now just so I can kick it with y'all for a minute before I have to go to bed. I actually have to go get ready and go to fucking work tomorrow morning. Oh. I don't want to, but it is what it is. But yeah, thanks for hanging out, man. I really appreciate you guys coming in. I appreciate everybody that decided to drop in and hang out for my birthday. It's been a lot of fun. It wouldn't have been as much fun without you guys. So thank you very much for that. We'll be seeing you soon. We've got some videos in the pipeline that are going to be dropping this week, I'm sure. So be looking for that. And yeah, the meme stream thing should be happening hopefully Friday. That's my goal. I think we said 7:30 last time. So let's try and keep that same.
Like 7:30 p.m. EST.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time whenever it starts kicking off.
Oh,
Anyway,
hopefully this Friday.
peace out, y'all. Bye.
Subscribe or die.
Ah.
Bye.